Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back. So, guys, as part of this today's session, let us see a brief overview on the different types of built-in reports, whatever Playwright is offering for any kind of a test. So, ideally, Playwright comes with a bunch of built-in reports, and also we can do a customization of a reports. The customization report that we will be looking at as part of the next session. But for today, let us say the various types of built-in reports like a line report, a dot report, a HTML report, a JSON report, a JUnit report. These are the various reports. We'll see a quick walkthrough on those individual reports for now. So the point here is the report generation, you can do it in a two places. One is a configuration file and the second one is a command line. So what I'm doing is I have created a new program assertions 4 which does has a four different tests. So if you observe test 1, test 2, test 3 and a test 4. Assertion test 1, assertion test 2, assertion test 3 and assertion test 4, which does has a positive logic as of now, which means when I run this program it won't fail. Okay, that's what the ultimate test that I have created. And if you look at this Playwright configuration file, okay, if you look at this Playwright configuration file, if you remember, guys, whenever we were discussing about this particular reports, right, by default, the report is an HTML format. So whenever the test script got executed, automatically it's gonna generate a HTML report. So here, let me try to run this particular program. See all these tests, it's gonna run in a hidden mode. This is what the report that it got generated. Copy this command and put it here to look at that particular report. So here this is the HTML report that it got generated, which is by default. Okay, which is by default. And whenever Playwright executed a default HTML report, even it will be generating under the Playwright report under the index.html. Of course, both are one and the same. So the ultimate point here is consider that your Playwright is having a default HTML report. Consider that in your config file you haven't specified that. As per the documentation, what they are saying is in your test you can directly give hyphen hyphen is equal to what type of a reporter that you want. So here in my test, okay, in my test hyphen hyphen reporter, okay, is equal to I'm defining HTML. So whenever this script is gonna execute, it's gonna generate a HTML report for me. See here, this is gonna generate a HTML report for me. Perfectly all right. So what I'm gonna do right now, whether you can configure in this config.file or you can specify the type of report that you wanna deal with it. Perfectly all right. Now let us start with the first one, which is a list report. So whenever you are trying to execute in a list report within the terminal itself, you will be getting these tests are passed, these tests are failed in this particular way. So, or in your configuration file, you can define it as a list. So here, let me uncomment this one. Let me change it to list. That's it. Okay, let me uncomment that one. Let me change it to list. Let me save my file. And this time, I just want to run my test. As and when my test got executed, see if you observe, in this list manner, I was able to see this information 4 got passed. Even if it anything got a failed, even it will display here. Okay, perfectly all right. Let me comment out my configuration file reporter, and here in the terminal, I'm just giving it as a report as a list. See here, the list type reporter is being populated. Perfectly all right. And the next one here is a line basically. Even for the line, you can just use a line keyword either in the terminal or there in that particular, okay, there in that particular configuration file. Either of the places you can define it. So here consider that I'm giving it as a line and then I just executed it. So this is the way how exactly a single line item it's being populated, that the report is executed in a line. So here if I change it to line and if I run my program right now, so that will be executing and the same report will be populated here. Perfectly all right. Okay, and then the HTML report we have already seen. The JSON reporter and as well as okay, the JSON reporter and as well as the JUnit reporter are the two different things that can be used whenever we are working on any kind of a CI integration. These reports can be configured there. Okay, the report will be populating as part of that particular either a JSON file, or if you go with a JUnit, it will be prompting as an XML file basically. And if at all you want to generate a report using a JSON, this is the line that you need to specify. So just copy this line from the documentation, go to the config, and here I'm just updating that particular line here. Okay, I'm just updating that particular line here. And then when I run my program, okay, when I run my program, the script is being executed. And if you observe here, the result.json file got generated. So this is what the name that we have given. So I'm saying that I want a JSON file type of a report, and the JSON file should be stored here as an output folder, which is in the current folder location output file, and with this particular name. That's what we are asking it to generate it. Okay, that's what we are asking it to generate this particular report. For suppose if you look at it, if at all you want to specify this particular one in the command line, the thing here is you need to specify the output file first, followed by that particular report type. For suppose I haven't specified my file location, and I am directly specifying my report as a JSON. As and when I have specified it as a JSON, the complete JSON report is printing down here in the console. So we haven't specified the file, hence it got printed down here to this particular console. So this is the way how exactly we can configure this particular JSON report. Moving on to the JUnit, right? So JUnit will be generating an XML file. Copy this configuration part, come back to your source code and put it here, and just okay, and just let me try to execute it. Okay, let me try to execute it. So whenever it try to execute it, it will generate an XML file. See here, result XML file got generated by using this JUnit report. Either JUnit report or a JSON report will be generating an external files itself. And another thumb rule that you need to do is, if at all you want to generate the report, so using the command here, it's mandatory for us, okay, it's mandatory for us to specify the path. Else, okay, else the report will be printed down here. Okay, else the report will be printed down in this particular terminal itself. Okay, else the report will be printed down as part of this particular terminal. And the next type of a reporter is a dot. Okay, so let me uncomment here and let me change it to a dot reporting. Okay, let me change it to a dot reporting, and let me try to run my program right now. See here, the dot reporting is a bit different type of a format. If you can look at this particular dot, see here, if you can look at this particular console, all the green dots, which itself means it is a passed. 4 tests got a passed. There is a notation that they have given as part of the official documentation whenever you want to validate this particular dots. If at all you see all dots means which is a passed. If at all you see F means if it is a failed. If something got a failed because of a timeout, then you will be seeing an X. If it got passed on a retry, you will be seeing this particular one. If it is a timed out, you will be saying this T. And if it is a skipped, you will be looking at this particular circle icon there. So these are the different types of reports that you will be dealing with. And apart from that, as part of the documentation, they are also saying that, but in not only one report, you can configure multiple types of reports. Okay, you can configure multiple types of reports. For the time being, I have just removed the JSON report and as well as a JUnit report, which is one XML file and as well as a JSON file. And here, as part of this particular reporter, let me uncomment this one as part of this one. So this is of an array type. See here, guys, this is of an array type. So this is the report. So here, comma separated. Okay, comma separated. I want an HTML report, an array type, and here, and this is the HTML report. That's what I have specified. And even comma separated, I want a dot report. Okay, and here I want a line report. Okay, I want a line report, and also I want my XML, which is a JUnit reporter too. I have just specified all these types of a report I want to generate for my test, guys. So I have just configured it. Not only one report, as many reports as you want, you can just configure it. So as and when I try to run my program this time, Okay, as and when I try to run my program this time, okay, see all these types. See here, this is the dot report it got generated, and then this is a let us see HTML report it got generated. And if you look at it, basically the JSON file and an XML file also generated, which means we can say that all the different types of reports got generated successfully. Okay, this is the way how exactly we can deal with it. Okay, perfectly all right. See you again in the next session with the customized reports, guys. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.